VPIP.
VPIP. I look at my hand. I just have a calling hand.
If you haven't looked, that doesn't count.
Yeah, I looked. I looked. Not at this hand. Not at this hand. I haven't looked, but I've looked.
Person's pretty funny.
I'm excited to see what it is.
Punishment.
Persson, with the limp 4-bet. So we saw him do that earlier with the queens. Now he picks the 9s.
I remember when.
Is it going to work? I don't think this is going to work. I think Kirk is not looking to lay down that 3-4. He's out of position, but...
What bad? I'll play your hand. I'll play.
All right.
Uh-oh, he does call. Lock in, chat. Big pot energy brewing here with this one.
Found two kids in the middle school picked up
Look at that. Opening a straight draw for Kirk. Gut shot for Persson. Persson praying for the 7. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Kirk does call. It's a big bet on the flop.
No.
48,000 in the middle.
Not that good.
7 would be disaster. 7 on the turn. No way. What a flush draw. Look at that. Kirk with the flush draw. Persson, no. He checks it back. The flush on the river. What?
You got a pair, you got straight.
Let's swing at 50,000, please. I remember when.
Wow. That sucked.
So Persson's going to raise with the 9s. What's going on here, Kirk? Put your chips in.
Oh, good. Straight, oh, good.
Oh my God, this is not going to happen.
It depends, like, are you asking it, like, you know what I mean?
I call, I'll give him the straight. All right, I can beat that. That's a slow roll. That's not a slow roll. I said straight, no good, I call. That's fair.
Ouch.
Not a slow roll. Oh, that's sick. He didn't answer.
I was in those games
I
too.
think it's about 100, yeah.
What year was this?
600 blinds.
We'll get to that.
Similar, yeah.
Okay.
They all started their careers
Okay.
Yeah.
in this game. $3, $5, $200, $200 no let. 200 NL. That's what the cool kids call it.
Is that what they call it?
I don't know. Like
Okay.
when I was talking with Garrett, like we say 10-20 no limit, but like Landon Tice will say it's 2K no limit.
No, I just let you know that that's what the text said.
So somewhere the language changed.
He's the only person I play in private.
Shout out to Landon Tice.
He pays in 3 days.
Joe and my son.
My son.
I don't know.
I love Landon. He's the man.
You always have good dudes.
Yeah, like Patrik. Like,
Yeah, you got all good dudes. Got them all good.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite guys in poker. I think we got something brewing here, chat. Something brewing here. Eric Persson with the 75.
That's good.
Eric Persson special.
You look at that.
I'm sure like 5 months ago.
On top pair, Pennzoil with the initiative.
Beautiful.
And a continuation bet, has a gut shot, has the king and queen. Persson with a little backdoor bonanza here with the 7-5, especially against that small bet.
You like your money there. Just tax reasons you stay there.
He's going to raise this backdoor bonanza. You can see he's got the straight backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. Usually want to have a bit stronger bonanza, but
this can get Hans ace to fold.
yeah, I mean, Hans not loving this because now he called that bet out of position pre-flop, and now he's facing a C-bet.
Very cool.
And he's got Eric Persson. He's going to lay it down.
And Eric's play is probably gonna, unless Pennzoil gets a soul read, Eric's play.
Well, I mean, Penzonil might just call one here and try to see something, but
that's a pretty big raise. Take it down, Eric. 7 high like a
Long
boss.
line.
they didn't even let him sing Happy Birthday though. It was kind of
Ruined everything.
maybe they don't do that in Finland. I don't know.
He's rich, he's handsome, he has a home in Monaco, and yeah, he sits here with us fuckers on his birthday for 6 hours.
I'm honored.
You know?
Not 6, 5.5 hours. About a half hour late.
That's true.
Happy birthday to you.
Go short.
They didn't even sing. I mean, we should have brought a band or something like that.
It's your birthday. Download that Bally Live app and earn rewards, Bally Bucks, when you watch this programming. QR code scan.
Yeah, I'll take some when you have a chance. Do you want a beer, Kirk?
So Patrik,
He's good. No, he's good.
He'll let you know if he wins the hand.
Shout out to Doyle.
VPIP down.
Rest in peace.
you remind me of you chat live just like you do in the YouTube chat.
Oh.
It's pretty interesting. It's different because normally I just see you in the chat, and now I see you next to me. It's blowing my mind, you know. Look at Patrik. Looks hungry. He's hungry to at least call. Looked like he was counting on some raisin chips there, but Patrik going to come along with the 10 deuce. In honor of Doyle. Look at that. Backdoor flush draw potentially comes in there for Patrik. And Kirk turns a flush draw as well, too, with the 7-8. This could get dicey here. What's Charles? Uh-oh. Charles getting a little out of line here with the ace-10. Uh-oh, what's going on? Okay. Patrik's back. Let's go. You don't check call this flop three-way to fold this turn. He's got to wonder, what does this guy Charles have? King-9? You know, maybe a slow-played set? Maybe a higher flush draw. He's got to be a little bit worried about that. I mean, when he calls here, his hand's pretty face up to a flush draw. And maybe King-9, and he does call. And now, you know, Kirk's, you know, not loving his hand. He just has an 8-high flush draw, especially when Patrik comes in the middle there. Could be likely one of these guys has a higher flush draw, but he's going to come in and call. And now neither flush draw is loving their hand right now. And Charles, he's got ace-10. River 4. So Patrik Antonius is still with the best hand. Is he going to be able to get this to showdown? 69,000 in the middle. Charles looks to be defeated. But he's not going to give up. Look at this. Prince Charles.
10 seconds.
Puts in the time chip extension. The timer begins. It's counting out chips. That's a big bet.
Let's go, Charles.
49,000.
Oh, man, how do you make this call with
49,000. Is Patrik Antonius going to call here? He's got one player behind him to act. He lays it down.
Charles in charge? Can't call with 8-high.
Wait, Kirk. Wait a second.
Whoa.
Kirk looks like he's, I mean, Charles doesn't have much behind.
Yeah.
Might make the suicide bluff here. Do it, Kirk. It might work. One time.
Charles in charge.
That pains me.
What a play there by Charles. Checks, raises the turn. It's the heart to continue on the river.
Good bet going through to min loss.
It's true.
And Kirk's got to feel like Christmas Day came early after that one because he knows he was.
So you know.
I wasn't taking it easy on it. I just knew I was going to lose. That's scary.
Bet that stung, Bert.
1,500. 4, 5, 4, 6.
All right. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Layla, stand by, please. Heads up.
Check it.
Check.
Ooh.
Bad flop here for Eric Persson. He has top pair, or two pair, but Han.
2,000.
Let's see one more card.
Let's bet small. Eric can't go anywhere here.
Oh,
That's not good.
Three check.
Han.
10 dark. Oops.
10,000.
Han getting tricky here, and Persson bets 10K dark. And now he's going to get the bad news, and he might actually just call here and pray that he's chopping. Because this is really going to surprise him once Han raises here.
Make it 27 instead of
This is not what you expect when your opponent instantly checks back this turn.
So of course he hit it. I mean,
I call.
30.
And it does work.
I've been running lately. I have aces and I'm
You got
scared.
claws?
Han.
I knew I was beat.
Look at this, man.
I think it's a chop.
Wow, that's what I think too.
Person's in shock. $80,000 pot.
Wow.
So Hans, tricky play on the turn.
Good feeling, huh?
Might be the next Poppy GTO. Wayne, what do you think about that?
nah, there's only one Poppy GTO, and that's you.
So not going Garrett's way or so far, chat. What does the chat think about that? We got Garrett fans in here. Or are you guys on the team? It's so polarizing because during that whole I mean, just this past year, I mean, I see so many comments on my X page where some are positive and some are negative. It's just kind of down the middle. So we got a lot of legitimate hands here. A few suited connector type hands. Persson, best hand, top pair. Pennzoil, second pair. Patrik Antonius. And Han, pretty interesting hands for both of those with some backdoor bonanzas there with those backdoor diamonds. The gut shot for Han. I wouldn't be surprised if we see everybody come along here. Patrik did fold. Yeah, Patrik had an interesting hand there. I mean, I'm surprised, a little surprised he just folded there. So you can see an 8 on the turn.
Lucky for Han, Patrik folded because now his diamonds are good.
It's a very subtle spot to potentially continue with. And now Pennzoil just going to bet out.
To per.
And Persson has a legitimate decision here. He's just going to lay it down. Nice fold there by Persson. And now Han, he can't go anywhere now. Turns the flush draw. Still at the gut shot. Yeah, I mean, this isn't a spot you love if you're Han, because once again, you're out of position. But you just have way too much equity to fold, and he does call.
There's the river, down and dirty.
Bring.
Ace on the river, and now Han has that meat in hand with the king high. But is he thinking about making a play? Han, king high, knows he has to bet to win. Does just check it. And Pennzoil's snap goes all in.
Don, 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 don.
Nice hand there by Mr. Pennzoil. Nice hand. People are wondering why Persson folded the turn. I mean,
the next hand. Quick.
Uh-oh. Seat to raise at 4,400. Seat 4. Heads up.
so Garrett going to make that real big out of position raise here against the button limp, and Han's going to come along with 9-8 suited. Little something for everybody here, Wayne. Look at that.
Yeah.
Bottom pair would open and straight draw for Han, but unfortunately he's drawing to a place down in Mexico.
These
And
are like
Garrett,
PLO numbers, 6733.
yeah, Garrett top pair. Han can go absolutely nowhere here. He's got the 9, got a backdoor straight flush draw. Does just call. Gonna see a turn. 4 on the turn, and now Garrett still loving his hand. Has the jack. Can improve with a queen. can really get some money in here against a worse pair in straight draw. You know, he did make that big raise pre-flop, so knows Han most likely has a pretty strong hand here. Suited connector at worst. And Garrett, once again, does go pretty big.
Thank you.
Pretty good spot for a hit, and Han calls. Pot's starting to get big. It's a pretty good card, and now Garrett might go really big here, and pray to God he's not against ace-jack. You know, Han could have some slow plays here with 9-10. That's a reasonable hand for him to have.
8-7 too.
He could have some slow play to 8-7 as well, too, especially against that big bet on the turn.
I fuck queens. Don bet 14.
So Garrett, 25,000 into 40K, and now Han can only beat a bluff. Ace queen, ace king. You know, maybe ace five is of spades.
Queen 9 something, 8 ace. It was queen 9 something.
What's Han gonna do?
It was nine queens every 10.
No, it's 9 queen.
He's thinking
8.
the same thing.
I don't know the other board card.
Yeah, turn card 8, and then river card 8. Yeah.
He knows Garrett's very capable.
Either straight or two pair.
Having a hand here like ace-8 of spades, ace-7 of spades.
The no hezzy, I'm all in.
Got to replay the hand. Very big bet pre-flop. Once Curtis limped the button, he knows that Garrett might be trying to isolate a bit lighter against Curtis. Want to play some hands, get him heads up. Might think his range a little bit wider.
You playing the WPT thing? No. Just kidding.
Han takes off his glasses, looks in absolute pain.
Thank you.
Garrett giving nothing away.
Nice to go home. You want it. Not be on schedule. I get it. Yeah, talk Brian.
Looks like he's going to call. And he does call, and Garrett, beautiful value bet on the river. 90K pot goes his way. Very well played by Garrett, and now Garrett is a winner
Riding a bike, huh, Garrett?
for his return game.
Right?
It's the first decent hand I won, but
Just pedal and say.
Shout to Ray K in the chat. I'm telling you guys got to really download this app. I wasn't joking about that. Otherwise, the app's not going away.
6, 1200. 7 folds, 8 calls.
Shout out to Hank the Tank, who was at the Garrett interview that Kazma did.
1 call.
Shout out to Hank the Tank. What's up, Hank?
Suit 2, raised to 6,000.
Too Fat Matt. What's up, Too Fat Matt?
whatever you want.
Yeah.
He didn't know.
And now we got a little something brewing. Garrett with the ace-10 of spades. Momentum's on his side. Riding the rush. Patrik Antonius enjoying a nice plate of chicken, it looks like. He's got a suited connector, but he's also eating, so you know people usually play a little bit tighter when they're eating. He is out of position against Garrett,
Suit 6 calls.
but he's coming in.
8 forwards.
Curtis gonna go nowhere here. He's got 7s. Gonna try to mine. And Patrik Antonius with the 8, and Curtis probably liking his hand too. He's got 7s. Beats all the high card hands. Garrett, couple overs, backdoor draws, backdoor straight, backdoor flush. Beautiful hand to bet the flop with. Puts Patrik in a real tough spot here. He does have the backdoor flush draw to go along with his just 8, so a little stronger than average. Now Curtis might feel inclined, you know, he'd still hit a 7. No flush draw out there, so you might actually call here and try to hit that miracle 7, because he could actually win a big pot. But it's going to be real hard for it to get to showdown.
10 seconds.
But he's going to call. You know, he has a backdoor straight draw to kind of back it up. Hoping for a low card. There you go. Okay, it's something. 6 on the turn. 7 still looking good here. And Patrik turns that flush draw. I don't think Barrett's going to be barreling here. Yeah, he would have preferred a spade. He would have preferred something like the 6 of spades.
He'd want to check.
But he might also think this is potentially the best spot. This Patrik probably has a weak pair. And Curtis could just be coming in with anything. $50K out there, a lot of money out there.
10 seconds. Seat 2. 35,000.
Wow, he just gonna go for it. So Garrett trying to fold Patrik off his weak pair. Unfortunately for him, Patrik does have the flush draw. This is one of those hands he's just not gonna be able to fold. Patrick's gonna at least call here, but he's gotta be thinking about potentially check raising. They are pretty deep, and you gotta be worried about an overpair.
Seat 6 call.
See a blank on the river. Curtis,
You say 35?
So Curtis picks up that straight draw, fishing for a 5 or a 7. And this might just look too good, and the pot's getting built up.
Ace king. He got, I can't read Patrick.
10 seconds. Hands dead at 0. Oh, you got one more time, Chip. Seat 1 is adding time.
Throws the time chip in, doesn't want to fold here.
Boy, I really got you beat.
Can you check 30?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he knows he's got Garrett beat, but he's got to worry about Patrik, and he does lay it down.
Believe that shit. It's a good line.
Heads up.
So Garrett,
Believe that shit. It's a good line.
oh my God, you're kidding.
Curtis.
No, Curtis, not like this.
But this is an interesting river.
Oh no, Curtis.
This is the matchup we've been waiting to see. If Garrett blasts this river, what's Patrik gonna do?
Patrik thinking about maybe turning his 8 into a
Range merge?
bluff here. Certainly could represent 7-8 suited right now. He knows that. Does check.
It's 120. Garrett's gonna have to rip it to get Patrik to fold, I think.
Garrett's got. He's got to be worried about 7-8.
42, 110, 145, 105, 111, 111, 7.
10 seconds.
That's what we've been waiting for, man. We want to see G-Man rip it.
No, Patrick check.
Will Garrett pull the trigger? $120,000 pot.
Adding time.
111K behind.
Patrik with a very defensive, hand on the chips, which usually is weakness.
Correct.
Patrik.
But these guys are veterans, so throw all of that out the window.
Is Garrett gonna go for it? Will he go all in?
Seat 2 got 500,000.
All in,
All
500K.
It's putting Patrik Antonius says this is what we've been waiting for all night.
Garrett makes the huge bluff, 111,000. Patrik Antonius with an 8. Can only beat a stone cold bluff. This will make or break Garrett's session. What is Patrik Antonius gonna do?
10
It
seconds.
looks like he's gonna fold.
Adding time.
$231,000 out there. If Patrik calls, it'll be a $340,000 pot, the biggest pot of the night. He'll be picking off Garrett Adelstein's bluff. Can Patrik Antonius, the legend, make this call? He's running through the hand.
And when you're done, you don't have to reach for it while you're playing.
Garrett raised pre-flop, bet the flop, bet the turn, jams the river. Loses to any overpair.
Loses to a pair.
10 seconds.
Loses to any 7. Ace deuce.
Adding 10.
Oh man, Patrick's sensing something. Something's up.
Patrik, a true legend of the game.
Thought he was gonna lean towards folding. Now I think he's.
He looks like you're right, Wayne. You can tell. Look at him. He looks like he's putting this together.
Yeah.
The more he's thinking, the more he wants to call.
It's like Garrett's obviously capable of bluffing, but like Garrett's also good enough to value bet higher.
I think he's figured this out.
Something's going on.
10 seconds.
What is Patrik gonna do?
Okay.
Lays it
Oh,
down.
this is what we were here. What a bluff. G-man.
Garrett
Garrett
gets
Adelstein.
the bluff through, Wayne.
Straight right there.
Garrett.
Oh
He should
my
just
gosh.
be like,
Ay.
oh, there's something in the light there. Oh.
That's fine. Yeah. Just as long as the cards can go back correctly, then it's fine. Yeah.
We'll never know.
Just real quick before we continue, everyone's cool with what's going on here?
Yes.
Okay,
Great.
yeah, in case the burn and whatever got mixed up. To me, I don't give a shit, it's all random.
don't care.
So, okay, all right, then let's keep going.
As long as you don't river me, I'm fine.
I got no control, man.
No, you're good.
I got the nut flush draw, I can't fold.
I know.
Yeah. I gotta just bet and pray.
I know.
Been there.
I've been there.
Oh yeah, you were here. Sorry, bro.
No bad blood.
5 call, 45.
Look at this. All of a sudden, from everybody folding to like,
Holy cow.
you
A
know,
lot of action.
So,
Call.
did they show you a call?
18,000.
We have 4 plays.
Comes 3-3-3 flop.
First flop in the time.
Pennzoil Don with his called pre-flop to the 3-bet, ace king. Han, 3-bet pre-flop on the button with 8-6 of hearts.
Take the round.
Interesting turn. Kirk turns the pair. Pennzoil going to try to bet for value. His hand's pretty under disguised. But Kirk's got 2 guys behind him, and he's going to call. Yeah, maybe you're ahead sometimes here. And Curtis might come in too. He's got the gut shot.
Yeah.
That cleans out Kirk's outs.
So now Kirk,
Kirk's folds.
not really in a good spot here with the 10.
Well, you can hit the queen now. It was because of the ace jack.
Fold. 5 times 7 in the hand.
Now can't hit anything.
This is the problem with the hand Queen 10 is he might talk himself into a call here because he can beat some bluffs, but you know, you got to wonder, what did Penzonil Don just cold call with pre-flop? And he does call. And Kirk's going to see the bad news. That's the problem with that hand on the turn. $80,000.
Get in.
Goes Penzonil away, and Kirk,
I don't really watch.
Interesting.
I'm not
you a
really
fan of
watch
square
person.
watches.
No, I'm just not a watch person. Like,
Call.
there was a period where people were advising me to wear a watch that makes it look more professional, and I just couldn't do it.
Get a fucking A.
1200.
That's where you draw the line, huh? Wearing a watch.
Can't afford one, that's why.
Nice to know they're underpaying their employees over here. Wow. Calling them out like that. Man can't even afford a watch. Oh boy.
Whoa.
Something tells me this is where Kirk meets his downfall. Both people with the flush draw. Charles, king high flush draw. Kirk, ace high flush draw. And you know Kirk commanding lead here, but mojo just not been going his way. Charles faces a $25 bet. Might be thinking about check raising. This could be the hand Kirk needs to get him off tilt.
How much?
13,000.
Big check raise. Now Kirk might have a little too much just to put it in, but he's he calls. Doesn't look happy. He's praying for a heart. He's still got the best hand, 4 on the turn. Charles checks it. Kirk throws in 5,000. Charles, I mean, you can't fold now. He's got to call. He does call, and I don't know what's going to happen on this river. Kirk, top pair on the river. Does make the best hand. You might get Charles. Uh-oh, you might get Charles to make a bluff here. Charles, king high, check raise the flop. Calls that weak bet on the turn. I don't. Charles gonna throw a time extension in. Charles has to wonder. 5,000 on the turn. How does he have an ace?
I'm glad this thing's quieter. When they first started doing this, it was like you're out of music.
Charles gonna go for it.
It's true.
This ain't it.
Kirk, I mean,
21,000.
Worst card in the deck.
no,
Crazy, man.
he's not gonna be able to fold this.
Any other card would good.
No way.
So crazy. How bad.
We streamed with live table too. It was crazy.
Say again?
How
We had-
much?
we had live
21,000 or
tables.
31,000?
It was so loud.
Oh, if Kirk folds this, he'll be on so much
People were
stuff.
not happy. It was like way too loud, huh? Yeah.
Like
I call.
old people.
Call.
You're good. You're good.
You're
I'm
good,
king high.
So Kirk makes the call. $80,000 pot goes his way. Takes a swig of beer.
That's fun. Lost the minimum.
Eight calls. Five's gonna have more.
I guess not the minimum. I can fold it.
Second. One raised to 2,000.
Chat says Garrett is back. I mean, yeah, that was
Classic.
classic Garrett hand. I mean, just a really perfect spot for it, especially with that run out. It's very likely your opponent either has a missed draw there or they have a strong 10, so you can size up and take advantage of that.
Oh,
Eric
there's
Persson,
Maine.
trip queens, and Curtis, full house. 10's full.
3,000? Yes, sir.
This is just what Curtis is looking for.
Keep one raised to 15,000. 7 fold.
Now, what's
Wow.
Eric Persson going to do?
Eric gets really good reads. So,
I have quads, which means you have no queen at all.
Oh,
wow,
Uh-oh.
calls it.
uh-oh. Investigation.
You got to add a queen. I'm not calling with that. Top pair, top kicker versus flop board. Lost the minimum.
See, I knew you didn't have a queen.
Hey, when you learn how to talk too, they play the card and also.
What do you have?
Too.
A hand? Yeah, you have a hand, but either you're trapping me really good and you're making me feel like, you know, or like you just got air. You raise that with a 10? Like a good 10, maybe? It's a full house now, it doesn't even matter. You don't have an overpair though,
10
right?
seconds.
It's really good table talk by Eric.
I'm gonna use time card.
We know what you got. I know. I'm reading you good.
Tom,
What do I got?
I know what you got.
What do I got?
Tom Cruise in the house.
Watch you, son.
If you know what I got, you could tell me. It's okay. Only I will know if you know what I got after you tell me what you know.
No, I know. I know right here.
31,000.
31,000.
We know you got the queen.
Okay.
Kurt's got good instincts.
So you should just fold. If you know that.
Eric with great table
You
talk.
can't be quads.
He is quiet. That's not why you're betting.
It makes sense.
Queen, 10. You got a queen,
I might have a straight.
10. You got
That
a
any good?
queen. I mean, you got a queen. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Nope.
I call.
Oh, fantastic table talk by Eric. Curtis knew, and just Eric had to do whatever he could to get that call.
You said 30 what?
Yes, sir. 31.
That's what I had, man. Man, I'm done. I'm fucked that.
Ooh,
Wow.
Yeah, it's brutal.
And come put a cooler right in.
that's a cooler.
Oh my God! Now that hand is sick.
What, 5, 10,
He flopped
15,
10's
20,
full.
31, right?
The PLO streets is an underfold.
I think
I was hoping.
Good.
It's so gross.
Call.
Don't know what else to do. Oh my God.
Place
to
the
do.
100, yeah.
I don't know what to do.
8 fold.
I got a bad feeling about this. Aces for Kirk, and he's down on his luck.
I call.
All in and a call.
This one. I'll win this one.
Okay.
Yeah, you're fucked. I'll win
All
one.
in pre-flop. Kirk,
one.
pocket aces.
Come on, I'll win one.
Finally.
One so
The Prince, ace king suited.
Once, I want to get pained.
Pretty good time.
One time.
No, it's not that great.
We know how this goes.
Painful. He'll flop 2 spades.
I'm sensing no sweat at all on this one.
Oh, watch this. There'll be 2 spades and then a turn will be a spade.
Positive.
Oh. Charles needs a king.
Another bad read by me, though.
It's like 44.
40.
So Kirk, just the double up once again when he needed. We saw him hit that double up earlier.
40,
The king hit 2. If I had queens, that'd been fun.
44, yeah, right? 30, 44.
You should just cut the straddle and then just people come in or something.
Yeah, I don't care. If not, the blinds are just messed up otherwise.
It's on,
It's
it's a
on.
total of 900, so
Whatever.
figure it out. 8 calls.
All night long, you've been getting the best of me, Garrett. Now I'm on tilt.
All right. Well, you got another shot here.
Muck that shit. It's like
3,000.
Jack.
You got the best of me in a couple of early hands.
I don't remember those. I remember that you got the best of me.
Aces.
Raise from
Man, getting revenge for me. Yeah.
Garrett might decide to call here. Heads
Yeah.
up. Has a nice hand. Potentially win a big pot with. Pretty decent flop for Garrett. Middle pair, backdoor flush draw.
5,500 from C3 to check.
Probably going to see at least one more card. Garrett calls.
Ooh.
Check.
Spicy turn card.
That's some Tabo.
Han has to be a little worried about king
Tabo hot
queen.
sauce.
$10. 15,000.
There's the river down and dirty. What's Han gonna bet?
I don't know what to do. Game's a lot easier when you just get there.
That's the truth.
It's a lot easier if I just had it. It's a tough spot here. Yikes. What do I want to do here?
It's a pretty good board for Han to bluff. If he was bluffing. King's a really good card for him to bet on the turn and 3-bet pot. Looks like Garrett has a queen.
Oh, Han, I don't know.
So Han has a nice raise advantage.
I think I gotta put this money in here.
Will you be losing though if you make this call and lose? Are you still good?
Free roll, right? Yeah, free roll, basically. I mean, what can I do? Can I lay it down? I have 4th pair or whatever again. I don't know. You got something like that, I guess you earned it. Gotta pay him off, right?
10 seconds. Call.
Garrett does pay it off. $120,000 pot goes Han's way.
Right, Charles? Ace?
8. My back. Even up.
Raise 800. Fold. Raise to 2,500.
How much?
Fold. 25. Fold. Fold. Fold.
Quite the flop. Charles, nut flush draw. Kirk, top pair. Garrett with the 10.
Yes. Extra. 2,500.
It's just like the worst flop you can have.
This guy, Kirk gives a speech about how unlucky he is and calls. Now that might have been Garrett, and Garrett has a pretty ugly hand, ace 10. I'm really hoping for a 10. Probably thinks his ace is going to be good. 5 on the turn, so both people have top pair.
Okay.
So Charles. Charles definitely going to bet here. Trying to build a pot.
That's 10,000. Yeah. Fold. Fold. That's all.
Unlucky river here for Kirk. And he's kind of a river he's going to have to pay off. I mean, this is bad news for him. So Charles going to be thinking about a value bet. And now Kirk, I mean, can he really fold here?
25,000.
Nice bet from Charles. About 2/3 pot.
Good bet. Really good bet. Really good bet.
Ace queen.
Good.
And Kirk's going to pay it off. $90,000 pot. Goes Prince Charles' way.
What a flop.
Yeah.
Again.
Take 3.
Zach Novotny, what's up, Zach? How's it going?
Okay.
Appreciate you tuning in. You can see chip counts. Garrett up about 150K. I think we're going about. I'm not sure how long much more. I feel like the game's still going on right now.
5 fold, 6 fold.
So maybe about another 30 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that.
Fold.
See Garrett, our big winner for tonight. Curtis, another winner for the evening.
Raise to 8,000.